You know what else is free? Today's wind.
It is.
Well, I don't know if it is free because we're paying for it when it comes to the dust and the allergens that it's blowing around. But our wind alert is in place. We have a wind advisory. Thanks to sustained winds, 25, 30 miles per hour, wind gusts to 45 miles per hour. So this is going to be in place until 9, and it's all thanks to a cold front that came through. So the wind gusts, like I said, 40, 45 miles per hour, not completely ruled out through about 6 this evening. The winds are going to calm slightly for this evening. However, it's still going to be breezy overnight. Winds out of the northwest means drier air is filtering in. And with that, we have pollen. Mountain cedar, oak, hackberry, maple, all at a high count, fungus at a low count. So a lot of the tree pollen is in our air in addition to that dust. If you're sensitive to any of this pollen or that dust, you may want to consider limiting your time outside. A red flag warning for much of our western counties has expired, but still in place for far western North Texas and to the southwest. That's because of the high winds and because of the very low humidity. Avoiding outdoor burning, good idea, because the critical fire danger is in place for our southwestern counties. Elevated fire danger continues for most of North Texas, including DFW. Now, we are going to see lighter winds tomorrow. However, the fire danger will be back Friday and Saturday. So just keep that in mind. 61 degrees right now at DFW Airport. Sustained wind out of the northwest at 30 miles per hour. Yeah, it's windy out there and it's helping bring in that very dry air. So if you are planning on heading out, spending some time outside, maybe going to the Fort Worth Zoo, temperatures are going to be in the mid 60s. That front also bringing in the cooler weather. Yesterday we made it to the 80s. Not going to be the case today. We'll be pretty consistently in the 60s across DFW with 65 in Fort Worth, 66 in Dallas, about 65 in Denton, 64 in McKinney. Temperatures ended up dropping a little bit this morning. Now we're recovering, but slowly, only in the 60s today. Let me show you what the system did, though, in Albuquerque. The National Weather Service in Albuquerque actually tweeted out this image. You can see that dust storm in the background, and this is what it did in Kansas. A National Weather Service employee tweeted this out as well, and you can see the blowing dust or the blowing snow there, all thanks to a blizzard conditions, and the dog just trying to make it out for her outside break. The blizzard warning, by the way, is still in place from Kansas all the way towards Iowa, with winter storm warnings on the other side of that, and that's for 1 to 7 inches of snow, winds gusting close to 70 miles per hour. The wind alerts continue for a big portion of Texas and a high wind warning for the Panhandle. Wind gusts close to 65 miles per hour. Okay, so this same system, huge system, it brought us the cooler weather, also bringing in snow across the plains and the potential, unfortunately, for the severe weather right along the Midwest for this afternoon. So you see it there, those thunderstorms really ramping up. So if you got any travel plans this afternoon, they may be impacted. An enhanced level 3 risk for severe weather extends into Illinois and Indiana. Meanwhile, for us, we just saw the cooler weather and, of course, the windy weather. 60s continue for Thursday, 70s on Friday, 80s Saturday and Sunday. Look at Sunday, though. A front comes in, and that front could very well bring us our next round of storms. Storm Prediction Center already highlighting parts of eastern North Texas under a slight level 2 risk. It's still a little too soon to give you any coverage details or timing, so keep checking back in with us. We're getting a little more data as the days go on. Temperatures in the 80s over the weekend, mostly dry, 70s to kick off next week. We'll be back.